Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back here today with a discussion video, and today I got a great video, a video I've been trying to do for a while now, but I finally got around to doing it. Guys, yesterday on Twitter I asked you, what do you guys think is wrong with Pokemon Sword and Shield? And I made a video about it, and the video was a lot of fun to do, and something I noticed was that a lot of people seem to have a problem with heavy duty boots, or a lot of them just said it's just a mechanic in Generation 8 that they don't like too much, or that they think has done more damage to the metagame than good. And that was pretty interesting. I remember in the previous generations people would always complain about Stealth Rock weak Pokemon and Spikes and T-Spikes and how overpowered they are. Now we got an item that completely, invalidates those, and now people are like, wait, it's too much. So, that's just a classic Pokemon player thing. I do it too, but I figured, you know what, let's talk about heavy duty boots. Let's see, the effect, because this is one of the most, if not the most game-changing items we got in Gen 8. I think it's very clearly the most game-changing item we got in Gen 8. And it's just seen on so many different Pokemon. I think originally people were like, oh, I'm just going to use this on my Volcarona and have so much fun. And now they see that it has shown its viability on many different Pokemon, many which aren't even Stealth Rock weak. So with that, let's hop right into it, the heavy duty boots video. But before that, I do gotta say, people, the Agency Nike collection is here for just 3 more days. Now, I know it's, wait, no, sorry, 4 more days. It says 4, right? Bro, I must be blind. 4 more days. What day is it? Wednesday? It's here till Sunday night. Go check that out before it's gone, people. We got crew necks, t-shirts, hats, beautiful collection. Go check that out if you have not already. Thank you guys so much for showing love. Like I said, it's only here for a few more days. Also, we will be doing the Agency Day live stream this Sunday because the last day to sell merch, and we'll just be having fun with that. So don't miss that. So go check that out. And with that, let's get back into it. So heavy duty boots. We look at this and we can see some of the mons that are basically the premier users in OU. Cinderace is gone, so we'll ignore him. Mandibuzz, fantastic. Zero Aura, fantastic. Dragapult, like all of these are fantastic at it. So heavy duty boots, for those of you who don't know, and you should know, but if you don't play competitive or whatever the case is, it basically makes you immune to entry hazards, right? And Stealth Rock, Spikes, and T-Spikes have always been around in the last few generations. Spikes was introduced, Gen 2. Stealth Rock introduced Gen 4. And it's basically blasphemy to run a team without Stealth Rock, right? It's truly blasphemy in Gen 4 through 7 to have a team without Stealth Rock. Why would you not? It's just so easy to put up. Even with stuff like Defog being introduced that was used to clear hazards out the way, it is still very, very easy to keep hazards up. There is a reason Pokemon like Ferrothorn were like A rank in every generation, because it's so easy to keep up spikes. But now with heavy duty boots, this type of stuff is a lot more difficult. It's hard to just stack hazards and, completely bag up off that. Back in the day, if I had Stealth Rock up, I can make a Blissey double in 3 times, take 37% from Stealth Rock. Oh, now my special attacker's beating it. I just outplayed you with those double switches. Now, oh snap, the Slowbro and the Blissey, they don't take damage upon switching. So it is a lot harder to break them. So I think that is what people think when they see heavy duty boots now. Originally people were like, oh, I can't wait to use my Articuno and my Volcarona at 100%, and now people are like, oh no, everyone's just stalling with heavy duty boots. And heavy duty boots, I mean, yeah, it is a very phenomenal defensive item. I mean, at its core, it's a defensive item, right? It protects from entry hazards. And I really like this paragraph that TDK put here specifically. Leftovers has been the item for ages. Ever since its introduction in GSC, it has been by large the most frequently used item. Undoubtedly, it's spammed on a lot of teams with 6 leftovers. There are items that are perfectly viable, of course, but nothing was ever quite like leftovers until now. Boots are an incredible item that fits on an array of Pokemon fulfilling different niches. I completely agree with this. There hasn't been an item like leftovers until boots that you could just put on all of your mons and it would be great. You can see the mons that they mentioned here: Cinderace, Zero Aura, Dragapult, Noivern, Scyther, Ninjask. One thing you can see that they all have in common is that they have U-turn. Zero Aura has Vote Switch. But yeah, boots plus pivoting option is really, really strong. It's definitely very, very hard to make progress against these types of cores. When boots is up and you start feeling like, oh, I can't even, I can't even do any damage because my double switch is pointless. There's no point getting up rocks, blah, 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 blah. But on the flip side, when you run heavy duty boots, you need to understand that you're dropping a potential damage boosting item. Stuff like Dragapult is not able to boost its item or run leftovers. Same with Zero Aura. These things aren't immune to chip. Now, the reason the item feels so good on stuff like Zero Aura and Dragapult is because normally you don't want these things taking hits. You just switch them in and you get out, which is why it feels so good, because it literally feels like your mon cannot be touched. You bring it in on all these hazards, whatever the case is, you switch them right out. You have nothing to worry about. Like that's how people see it. And now, what's it called? They just don't think there's enough offense. And heavy duty boots is definitely an annoying move to deal with, right? You feel like you made the best prediction ever, and then that Slowbro Blissey comes in at 100%. That's like fuck. And it's also annoying because Volcarona comes in with 100% HP, Flame Body being triggering, all that stuff. And so then you see these fat regenerator cores with Tang Growth plus Slowbro plus whatever, and you're like, oh man, Pex, I can't beat it. I just can't beat it. They all have heavy duty boots. But fortunately, there are some things that can take care of it. The majority of mons that use heavy duty boots all die to Wicked Blow, besides Togekiss and Mandibuzz. Something to keep in mind. And when the new metagame comes out, as in Crown Tundra DLC returns, a lot of new mons are going to take advantage of this as well. We got Dragonite, all of the birds, Salamence, all that stuff is going to be huge game changers. We're going to see a rise in heavy duty boots, if anything. Think about Zapdos, for example, rocking its static plus heavy duty boots plus static. Yeah, good job. Good luck. Man, I can't type for shit. Good luck beating this shit. Oh my god. Good luck chipping away at this demon. I already know this is going to be hell on earth to deal with. And that's just like one of the things. Like I said, Dragonite, Salamence, the other birds, Moltres with Flame Body will be very, very good. And Boots is awesome because you're able to put it on some of these stronger Pokemon that used to have a lot of risk involved. So something that this article on Smogon, and I'll link this, says perfectly is that it removes the risk of running Pokemon weak to rocks. Pokemon such as Volcarona, Salazzle, and Scyther were all great in previous generations despite their weakness to Stealth Rock. Now they're insane. Look at Volk. There's no rocks. You can't prioritize keeping up rocks. Even with all this, boots are not perfect. Knockoff is abundant. Very true, very true. Are boots really the broken thing? Are not the Pokemon or even the move being abused? Blah, 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 blah. I agree that you will be foregoing a valuable item. Look at stuff like Volcarona that uses Safeguard in conjunction with boots just to escape from Toxic and stuff. Can't run Lum or Life Orb or choiced items at all. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So here's what I think about boots. I think boots is the best item in the game, and it has surpassed leftovers. We're getting to a point now where you see teams in OU where everything runs boots. Like, I've seen teams with Amoonguss running boots, Hippo running boots, Slowbro, Rotom, Heat, Blissey are like the three fat fucks who always run it. Same with Mandibuzz. But you see quite a bit of Zero Aura and Zero Aura and Dragapult these days because they take advantage of that Volt turn ability. And the rest of these guys are all kind of ass, so I'm just going to ignore them. But, I mean, yeah, man, Boots is lit. That's what I got to say. Boots is an amazing item that they introduced to this game. Are they broken? No. Do I think that they deserve a, what's it called? An item clause test as well? No. No, I don't. It's annoying. It's a mixed bag for me. It's making some of these mons very viable, right? Charizard and all that stuff, it's cool, it's cool. But on the other end, a lot of people think that it's making these bulkier teams a lot harder to deal with because stall is just super lame and all that type of stuff. But no, I don't agree. Everyone always hated rocks. Everyone always hated spikes. And so I think heavy duty boots being annoying is whatever. And I think that, yeah. I mean, look at back to Gen 6 and Gen 7. Oh, Gen 6 Sableye got banned, but putting up rocks versus that, impossible. So heavy duty boots is interesting. I think, honestly, it's cool because it has forced the metagame to change a bit. In Gen 7, I used to have a lot of games where I would prioritize getting up rocks in the first few turns. I double switch like 15 times to get an advantage. And that is a normal way to play. That's a raw way to play. Like, don't get me wrong. Just getting up hazards and doubling around and shit is cool. But to a degree, that shit is like whatever too. And I don't like the fact that certain mons just get fucked by being weak to rocks. Look at Scyther, who we were able to use, you know? I will be using Moltres in OU. I will be using Zapdos. Obviously, I'm going to do the Articuno live, too. Like, all this stuff is things to consider. But with that being said, I don't think that heavy-duty boots needs any real change. It's a fantastic item. I don't think it should be banned, though, for now. While I do think that games could get extended by it, I think I do welcome this change. I think people be spamming hazards left and right and all that type of stuff too. So it's like, I don't know. I remember in Gen 7, I used to team without hazards because CBB told me I had a team, right? And I had an SD Stealth Rock Landorus. And CBB was like, why do you even need Stealth Rock? And I'm like, every team needs Stealth Rock. And this was Gen 7, right? Where you know, this was before boots. And he was like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, every team needs stealth rock. He's like, why? And I was like, cause you need the chip to make sure you sweep. And he was like, that doesn't even make sense. Tell me what you need the chip for. And I was like, I don't know, but I just need the stealth rock chip. And I remember that conversation, and I was like, no, I just need stealth rock because it's a good move. And it is. It was the best move. However, I didn't run stealth rock that game. I ran rock polish swords dance, and I went without rocks. I fucked up my opponent. Joey did the same thing. Fucked up his opponent. Didn't need rocks. And I mean, that's just a funny story. But what I'm trying to say is it's not mandatory. I feel like we were made to believe that stealth rock were mandatory. And I didn't even think that rocks were unmandatory until I had that combo with CBB, which was more than a year ago in a Gen 7 tournament game I played. And then I was like, huh, maybe you don't need rocks. And now Heavy Duty Boots has basically exposed that you don't really need hazards on every team. You look at me and Joey playing in our live, we didn't even have rocks. We ran spikes because it just seemed better. At this point, rocks aren't even as good as spikes. You guys notice that as well? Rocks aren't even as good as spikes. You see so much with Heavy Duty Boots. Anything that's rock weak is going to have boots. So what's the point of running rocks? Spikes will hit everything more. That's truly become how it is. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Enjoying this. When the new metagame comes out, Crown Tundra, we're going to see a lot of new guys with boots. That's going to be for fun. But yeah, I figured I'd give my opinion on boots. Best item in the game right now. Very spammable. However, you know, there's ways to go. There's ways to go. Hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. A little discussion. Honestly, I just did this vid because the thumbnail's fire. Peace.